Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Apologies in advance for the furnace noise, it just cut in. It's been a few days since I've been out here working on this camper project. What I have decided to do is take the rest of that sheeting around the window down and get the rest off of that other window, or the front of the window, and a little bit off in that front corner there. The goal is to build the walls out to 2 inches, so studs out to 2 inches, and then 2 inches of rigid foam board, and either 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch sheeting on top of that. What my plan is to frame the windows on top of what's already there around the windows, because it's all in good shape. Frame that out to 2 inches, probably using plywood 1.25 inches thick, or 3/4 inch thick plywood, 1.25 inches wide, I guess. I'd make a little bit of a box for that, and then the sheeting would come up to the inside edge of the box for the window. And that will give me a little bit of a windowsill and give the camper a little bit more structure and weight as well, but also keep it a little bit warmer. So that bottom piece of 2x4 that you can see there in the left hand corner that's broken, I have to replace that. I think I'm going to cut a piece of 3/4 inch plywood to go in there. Probably going to take the little pieces out in the front corner on the left hand side there, and put a piece of plywood on the bottom and one on the top below the other pieces that are exposed there. That being said, if I frame the walls out to be 2 inches on top of the 3/4 inch studs that are already there, that's 1.25 inches thick. So I think I'm going to have to put another floor strut in beside that one, because I think it leaves me 1/4 inch to put the floor screws in on the plywood altogether. So that is not necessarily going to be enough. So I think I need another floor strut beside that one. So I'm busy here trying to decide what to start on first. I think before I start framing the windows out, I want to find where the water was coming in. So that's a priority. So I am going to take the sheeting off of the left, the bottom, and the right side of that front part, and then I'm going to get some water and pour it on the roof over the front and the sides, and see if there's any water coming in the front area or in the side area. And then go from there. So yeah, that's what I know. And those would be the next steps, I believe, to moving on and with the project and getting the walls framed out, and then I can do insulation, and then getting the floor framed up. I don't know how thick of rigid foam board I'm going to put on the floor, but it is likely going to be 1.5 inches and then 1 inch on top, or sorry, 1.5 inches in these little divots, and then 1.5 inches on top of that as a full sheet, and then I'll put plywood on top of that. So that is the plan there. I just have to frame everything out and make sure there's enough, I guess, points all around to screw to. So that is that is what's on my mind today, and I guess finding where the water was coming in that caused all the water damage at the front would be the next priority to find. So I'm going to rip the rest of that sheeting down and see what the bottom of the window there looks like. And I'm going to take the windows out and reseal them on the outside with some tape, butyl tape it's called. Going to do each one, and then I'm also going to replace the screen on each one because a lot of them do have holes in them. So yeah, that's what I got going on right now. So follow along. Oh, standing or kneeling on these struts never gets any easier. I'm going to shut the where is it? That off so that I can fix this light. Because it would be nice to have as much light as possible while doing this. That is switched back on, so I should be able to do that, and then wiggle the switch, and it should work, I think. Perfect. Alright, so I need the hammer. So that is the bad spot on that one. The rest actually looks decent. Those are holes cut for the lights up top. And the rest looks okay. Even to the other side, so just those areas. Excuse me. Tape. I can measure that real quick. Guess what I could do is just cut a big piece of 3/4 plywood and put it across the front, like they did on the windows, and just put it because essentially, where are we here? Yeah, if I can get situated to point from this point to that point is pretty much flat. So I think I essentially just need to follow the contours of the corner pieces over there and go all the way across, I think. Alright, so I figured out that front piece has to be 92 3/4 by 8 1/4 out of 3/4 inch plywood. And then I want to do the water test and see where the water leaks are coming from, so I can seal those up on the outside. And then take the windows out. And build boxes around them. And then frame the walls. It sounds so simple when I say it. Not that it's hard, it's just planning on what I want to use for the building out. So I want to do 2 inches to the outside of the foam. Got 3/4 of an inch, that leaves 3/4 of an inch to 2 inches would be 1 1/4 difference, so that leaves 1 1/4 of material that I can use to add on to the current studs. So I have to figure out what I'm going to use for that. I don't know if I should rip 2x4s down to the extra 1 1/4 and just pre-drill them. That might work. And then just drill them into what's already there. I think what I'm going to do is build the 1 1/4 window boxes and then do L brackets to the framing around the windows that's already there. I think. And seal the boxes to the framework with silicone as well. That's what's going on in my head at the moment. I'm going to go and see if I can figure out, or see if I can find a piece of 3/4 inch plywood to cut that piece out of, but I can't find a pencil, so I'm going to have to use my phone to write the measurements down. So we'll see you guys in a bit.